favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Ms. Michael?
Hello.
Hello.
This is to amend a section of the code related to water and sewer billing. And this particular one is only for residential customers, so I think y'all are probably aware of our leak relief program that we have. So if customers have a leak or a high bill, they can go through a process with us, and basically you can, it's not forgive, but you can go back, and if they can show that their leak has been repaired, then we'll go back and credit their bills back to their average amount for 3 months. So currently, there's no length of time from the date that they have the repair to when they can make the request. So it's literally indefinitely. So someone could come back, 2 years from now and say, hey, I had a repair done 2 years ago. I want to go back and recoup that. So this is putting a cap on that. So it's 90 days from the date of the repair getting fixed. And then it also marries with the code because they're only allowed to request to have 90 days of the leak relief forgiven back to them. And we feel like this is fair. Most cities that we've looked into only allow 60 days after they've gotten it repaired, but this is for 90 days so that you have 90 days to make the request.
Any questions?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Second. All in favor? Thank you, ma'am. By the way, I've had a lot of good feedback on y'all reimbursing some of that money. I appreciate it. All right. Caitlin, this is an ordinance amending section 318 and 718.
That's right. Sorry, we'll get these slides pulled up for you. All right, let's talk through the highlights. Really what we're doing here is changing the name of cabaret license to entertainment license. Any existing cabaret license will transition to a valid entertainment license. And the primary focus of this is to align the language and processes with the zoning updates and with state code definitions. The new processes apply to entertainment licenses only. There's no license fee change as part of this as well. The definition that you see there is the definition of entertainment. This is a new zoning definition. The purpose of having this is because state code outlines that a municipality may require a license for the purposes of entertainment. What we've currently got is called cabaret, and when you look at it in state code, it really talks about adult dancing, and it doesn't align with a modern definition. So we've got the definition of it. That includes things like karaoke, bands, DJs, and similar activities. The process for any new entertainment license applicant requires a public hearing. This is submitted to Revenue. Currently, there's no public hearing for this process. It's just a box that they check when they fill out an alcohol license application. That application will be submitted and reviewed by Urban Development, the Fire Marshal's Office, and the Police Department. That will be heard concurrently with their alcohol license application, following any necessary hearing for a conditional use application where that's required. We'll talk about that in just a second. These licenses may be renewed administratively annually unless there are any verified complaints or violations. This is something like a TPD or fire department report of an incident or violation. So this flowchart expands a little bit more on your licenses. Zach is passing out a smaller copy of this so that you can see. The goal in this here is we want to give you guys truth in advertising so that you see all of the license types that an applicant has when they're coming forward for a bar or an alcohol use. Those bar and alcohol uses are a bar club, bar tavern, or bar restaurant. You've seen those in the new zoning code. So the 3 license types, or the 3 public hearings that they'll have, are for their alcohol license: restaurant retail, lounge retail, special retail. They'll also have a public hearing if they're getting an entertainment license. If they don't need an entertainment license, they don't need a public hearing for that. If they do, we'll run that with the alcohol license. And then if they are a use that requires a conditional use hearing, we will time that up as well so that those all go at the same time. What questions do you all have for us?
But if this would grandfather in the current
Correct.
businesses, it should speak for, really for new businesses.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
Good, I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion second.
Listen,
Oh, you raised it, oh, yeah, y'all got questions?
Just real quick, if a current business has a violation of any sort, would then that current business then have to go in front of a board or something to see if that license can continue?
So, yeah, any violation it doesn't mean that you're not gonna be able to get one, it just means that you'll have a public hearing for that entertainment license.
So whether that entertainment license will then be taken away or not?
So it's not renewed administratively. If it's up for renewal, they'll come forward for a public hearing.
Okay. So is it up for renewal every year? Okay. And then, so then whenever, if there's a violation, then they may not be able to get a renewal for the license.
It would be subject to public hearing.
Is the public hearing, is that going to be in front of the council, the full council? Is that what happens on that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out the process so
For
everybody
sure.
understands it. So I got a violation from the city. I need to come back and get my entertainment license. What's my first step after that?
Right, so when you apply for your business license each year, you'd apply for an entertainment license as well. And if you have a violation, that'd be reported, that'd be part of the file. And then you would be scheduled for a public hearing. That could be through admin or through public safety as well, right? And before it gets approved by city council.
Okay, so it's 3 steps. You got to apply, then you get a hearing, this committee or
Public safety.
public safety. Not both though, right?
No,
Or
just one of them.
just one of them.
They meet alternately. So they meet alternately, so that's done so people don't have to wait 2 weeks. There's always one of the other.
Right.
And when we say violation, is it any kind of violation? Like, is it just a noise ordinance violation?
So the way this is written, this has worked. It's actually worked pretty well with short-term rentals because this is the same language we use. What we wanted to do is, and I think the language in there is documented complaint or violation. So what we are seeing in short-term rentals is a neighbor may come and say, I've got complaints about this place. They've been doing X, Y, Z. They host parties all night. They do all these things. There's no record of anybody ever actually contacting the police or the police coming out and saying, yeah, they're having a loud party. We kept them quiet. And so it will require something more formal to have happened.
More formal than just a complaint?
Your neighbor
from
saying,
the-
hey, these
yeah.
people have been causing
Okay.
problems over here.
Okay. Oh, may I come speak in front of him?
Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Musgrove. I'm president of Tuscaloosa Hospitality Association. We have a great relationship with Brendan and Ashley. Had a call from Ashley on Friday telling us about this. We just haven't had time to speak to our other members about this. As I told Ashley, in theory, I don't believe I have a problem or any of my other members would have a problem with this. But at the same time, since it's the Christmas holidays, and most of our association members have closed down now that the students have left. Most of them are on vacations and everything, so they haven't had time to really been told about this. So I'm just asking that we table this idea. Again, I'm not saying that we're against it in any way. We do want to know a little bit more about the clarity of what happens when there's a violation, because it does almost seem like you're not really grandfathered in if you also can have the license taken away from you at some point. But that's just thoughts off the top of my head. And again, I'm just asking that we table this so that all of our members could get more clarity from the city on this.
Mike, I do want to just clarify the grandfathering portion of this. Grandfathering is probably not the right word, and actually what's in the resolution is a conversion. And so somebody with a cabaret license currently, if you have a cabaret license for 2025 hanging on the wall, when this passes, you'll just pretend it says entertainment and you will otherwise follow the code. It's not grandfathered in the fact that you have it and it's not going away. Your renewal just goes to an existing renewal rather than a new renewal. And the idea for that was to keep everybody who currently has a cabaret license from all having to show up in bulk and go through the public hearing process.
Okay, and thank you for the clarity of that. And I believe that's the main reason why I'm asking if we could table this is just that we may have a lot of members that are asking more questions and for them to be more clear of what this is. So that's all I'm asking is that we table it. But thank you very much.
We have a motion and a second on the table.
Is that to table?
No,
No, motion
Oh,
for the ordinance, a
Oh, okay.
motion and a second.
okay.
I'm just gonna ask all in favor of the motion.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. All right, I don't have anything else on the agenda. Our next meeting will be next year. I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful new year. And can we have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?